In the vast and unpredictable universe of the internet, there exists a world like no other. A place where chaos reigns, danger lurks at every turn, and speed is the only thing that matters. This world is called Slaughter Race, and it is far from the whimsical, candy-coated tracks of Vanellope von Schweetz's familiar home in Sugar Rush. Slaughter Race is a high-octane, gritty, adrenaline-pumping racing game where the laws of physics and order don't apply. It's a place of freedom, where the stakes are high and the thrill of the ride is unmatched. Vanellope, once the queen of Sugar Rush, finds herself growing bored of the predictable loops and sweet, glittering world that surrounds her. Every race is the same. The candy, the sugar, the sprinkles, they no longer excite her. She yearns for something more, something daring, something real. After an impulsive decision, Vanellope decides to leave the comfort of her world behind and venture into the unknown reaches of the internet, in search of the wild adventure she craves. That's when she stumbles upon Slaughter Race. As soon as she enters the game, she is hit with a wave of chaotic energy. The world is nothing like what she's used to. Instead of bright, pastel-colored tracks, there are roads filled with twisted, fiery ramps, digital glitches, and dilapidated wreckage. The cars aren't made of candy, but of steel and fury, roaring to life in the midst of explosions and mayhem. The air hums with danger as racers weave in and out of crumbling streets, dodging threats both digital and real. The entire world feels as though it could break apart at any moment, and yet, there's something exhilarating about it. Vanellope can feel the excitement in her veins. The same rush she once felt back in Sugar Rush. Only this time, it's far more unpredictable and thrilling. She quickly learns that Slaughter Race is not for the faint of heart. The track is filled with treacherous obstacles, walls of fire, shifting terrain, and even the occasional dangerous creature lurking in the shadows. But Vanellope doesn't shy away. She jumps into the action with all the energy and skill she possesses. The first few minutes of racing feel like a blur of movement, swerving past fiery tornadoes, dodging wrecked cars, and narrowly avoiding explosions. There's no room for mistakes, and Vanellope is in her element. Every turn, every jump, every narrow escape gives her the feeling of a true racer. But Slaughter Race is more than just a dangerous game. It's a world that has its own rules and its own leaders. As Vanellope pushes deeper into the heart of the game, she meets Shank, a fierce, no-nonsense racer who dominates the streets. Shank is everything Vanellope is not: gritty, tough, and full of confidence. She's the kind of racer who rules Slaughter Race with an iron fist, using her wit, speed, and cunning to outpace anyone who dares challenge her. She's a leader in every sense of the word, and she's earned her place at the top. At first, Vanellope is in awe of Shank. The older racer is a living legend, and Vanellope is fascinated by the world she commands. The raw power, the freedom, the chaos, it's everything Vanellope has been longing for. Shank sees something in Vanellope too: her raw talent, her spirit, and her unrelenting drive. The two form an unexpected bond, a friendship born out of respect for one another's abilities and their shared love for high-speed adventure. And soon, Vanellope is ready for the ultimate test. She challenges Shank to a race that will push them both to their limits. The track is grueling, filled with obstacles that no racer has ever survived without a few close calls. There are walls of fire that jump across the track, swarms of glitchy, pixelated monsters that appear out of nowhere, and a pit of growling, snarling dogs ready to leap at anything in their path. But Vanellope is determined. She races through it all, her heart pounding with excitement as she narrowly avoids disaster at every turn. Shank, for her part, is impressed by Vanellope's wild driving. She watches with a mix of amusement and admiration as the young racer barrels through the chaos, showing no signs of fear. But Shank's not just a bystander in this race. She's a skilled competitor, and she pushes herself to keep up with Vanellope's wild, unpredictable maneuvers. The race becomes a thrilling spectacle, with both racers dodging, weaving, and outmaneuvering each other at breakneck speeds. Explosions fill the air, and debris flies as their cars crash into each other, sending sparks flying. As the finish line approaches, the tension builds. Vanellope knows she could easily win. She's faster, more agile, and more reckless than anyone else on the track. But in that moment, something shifts within her. It's not about the victory. It never was. For Vanellope, the true thrill lies in the race itself. The danger, the unpredictability, the freedom. So, as they near the finish line, Vanellope deliberately pulls back, allowing Shank to cross it first. Shank, surprised but pleased, looks over at her with a smile. "You've got guts, kid. Come back anytime." Vanellope smiles, a mischievous glint in her eye. "Oh, I will." In that moment, Vanellope realizes that Slaughter Race isn't just a game. It's a way of life. It's freedom. It's adventure. It's chaos. And in that chaos, she has found something that Sugar Rush never gave her. A place where she can truly be herself, where the rush of the race is what matters, not the finish line. It's a world that feels like home, where she can embrace the thrill of the unknown and face every challenge head-on. As she takes in the view of the sunset over the smoky horizon, with Shank by her side, Vanellope knows she's found something special. In Slaughter Race, she's no longer just a racer. She's part of a community of adventurers who chase excitement, freedom, and the next big thrill. And for the first time, Vanellope feels like she belongs. In a world built on chaos, she's found her place. The road ahead is uncertain, but for Vanellope von Schweetz, that's exactly how she likes it. Thanks for watching. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to Widescope for more diverse content. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Also, please suggest ways I can create better quality videos so that I can provide you with even better content in the future.